Hi, Kirsty.
Hi there, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. It's lovely to see you. You having a good morning?
Yes, it's nice and sunny here. Just went for a little walk, so that's nice.
Excellent.
Yeah. How about you?
Yep, good morning. We're all here, all ready and raring to go. Um, do you have any questions about anything since we had
Um,
an email about doing this together?
I don't think so. I'm nervous, but I'm intrigued at the same time.
Well, that's all right. You're allowed. You're allowed to be nervous. You're allowed to be intrigued. That's fine. It's all good. Don't worry about it. So we'll have a little bit of a brief chat before we
Okay.
dive into doing some hypnosis. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and it might just be useful to have in mind something that actually you would like to be feeling by the end of
All
this
right.
session, of our time together. What is it that you would like to start achieve? I know we've only got just this one time today, but what is it you would like to start feeling? It's always good to have a little intention in there. Is there any specific outcome that you believe would be achievable for you to get today? What would you expect to happen? That sort of thing. So if you can get those sorts of things just, whirring around your mind while we're having a little bit of a chat, that's always a good thing. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Okay.
Excellent. So I'll just explain a little bit about the process, and so a little bit about what to expect, and
Mhm.
hopefully if there are any questions that pop up, this might answer it for you.
Okay.
Okay. So your mind's going to be really active and alert.
Mm.
Okay, while we're doing this, you'll hear all of the things that I say, and you'll be able to remember as much as you would from like a normal conversation or watching the news. um,
Mhm.
it's only in movies or TV where we feel like we're losing control and that
Okay.
you're not aware of anything. Okay, so today's the complete opposite of that. It's
Mhm.
about you feeling like you can have a bit more control over the parts of your life that they maybe seem like they're a little bit beyond your
Mhm.
control. It's your
Okay.
mind and your body that's working together. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I just want to explain a little bit about how your mind works from my point of view in a way that hopefully will make sense. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. It's very high level, very simple. I don't go into lots of terminology, um, but it's just so that you can make use of this experience and how we
Mhm.
use hypnosis to make some positive changes for you. All right. So if you can imagine that your brain is in two parts, okay, you've got your emotional part and your logical side of yourself. All right, this
Mhm.
emotional part is really creative, and that logical part is very sensible, and it does all of your counting and all of like those sorts of things. All right. But in between the two of those parts, you've got a little bit that sort of joins together. As I said, it's really technical, this little bit in the middle where they join together. Um,
Okay.
and that is the bit that kind of takes over all of your fight or your flight response. So if you, I don't know, get agitated, if someone cuts you up while you're driving or something like that, and you kind of hold on to that will be your emotional part that's
Yeah.
kind of triggered that feeling, even though your logical part is saying, well, I should just be able to let it go, but I can't. And this other part is going, it's so annoying. Why do they do that? It's not right. Everyone knows this lane goes right, or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, that little bit in the middle is the bit that we'll be working with to kind of open up and release some of that stress and that stuff. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to use this just to explain how that is. This is the bit in the middle.
Okay.
So usually when you're comfortable, when everything's good, when everything's just normal, it bobs away, it pulses away like this. All right.
Mhm.
But when that person cuts you up and really annoys you, it's like, okay, and it jumps up like this, and it's starting looking around, but it takes a little while for it to
Yeah.
come back down to just that normal kind of ebb and flow. But then
Okay.
other stuff happens, life we all know, can throw us these curveballs now and again, doesn't it? And then it impacts how our brain is responding. But then, of course, life continues happening, you know, and it stays open because it layers up and layers up and layers up, and isn't able to just let things go. So the point of us using hypnosis today is to kind of start picking out some of those bits, because you don't always know what it is that's caused the problem in the first place, do you? It's kind of, well, I don't know, there's too much, where do I begin? You know, and that's the beauty of using hypnosis the way that we do today, is that we start picking out all of these little bits so that it can start compressing down again and coming back into a space where you feel comfortable. That's what we want, isn't it? It's a more comfortable experience of life. That's the thing we're after, isn't it? Does that make some sense?
It makes sense. I love the analogy.
Excellent. Okay, good. I love these toys. They're so good. So excellent. Well, that's what we're aiming for. Okay, is to take some bits out and give you a little bit more room to breathe, a bit more clarity and clearness and feeling okay. All right. So a lot of people, you know, some people always ask me, what does it feel like when I'm hypnotized? You know, you don't know what to expect, especially if you haven't done it before. How do I know if I'm under, you know? That's the thing that people worry about. But to understand how that process is, there's different strategies that we can use. And, you know, I'm getting a vibe on what might work for you, and maybe we'll do a few little experiments to see which will work best for you today. But at some points you might find yourself feeling really, really relaxed and chilled out, like you're sinking into that chair. And other times there might be, you might feel like you're floating, like things are lighter. You might feel like there's a sensation in between. And other times you might get a really amazing sensation of like, you're actually just sat in a chair and I'm talking. Okay, there's no specific hypnotized feeling. Okay, it's just about your experience and what you allow yourself to go through. Okay, I'm very much like your tour guide, giving you directions and suggestions, Lydia. Okay, so it's just about your experience. There's no expectations of things that you should or shouldn't do. Just be you. Okay, just do whatever feels good. All right.
Thank you.
Does that help? Is there anything that you might think, you know, you want to ask, or you're nervous about, that you want to chat about before we dive in?
I don't think so. You've explained it well. I'm happy.
Good.
I'm intrigued.
Excellent. That's good. Well, then let's dive in. Let's do some things. And I just want to point out, if at any point you feel like you need to move, or you've got an itchy nose, you're allowed to move and stuff and adjust yourself so that you're comfortable. Doing things like that won't take you out of hypnosis. Using your voice and speaking to me, because it's really collaborative, it will take you out of hypnosis, you know, and you're not going to pop out and like, oh, what's happened? It doesn't work like that. All right, so you can do all of those normal things. Does that sound all right? Yeah,
that sounds fine. Thank you. I'm more relaxed about it now.
Excellent. That's good. So let's do something. I'll demonstrate it for you first, and let's experiment. Let's see what happens. Okay. So I will get you to rub your hands together, and then I'll get you to, you know, generate a nice little bit of warmth here.
Okay.
Get them nice and warm and give them a really tight squeeze. And then you're going to bring up your fingers, so you know, like your little James Bond bit. Okay, because hypnosis is just about focus. All right, it's just your external focus. And what I want you to do is to use your eyes to focus on your fingertips. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go to the side, because I go into hypnosis really quickly. But you focus on your fingertips. And in a second, I'll get you to open them up so that you've got space between your fingers. All right. And when we do that, I'm going to click my fingers and ask you to imagine something. Okay, just think about it. So open up your fingertips now and just focus on that space that you create a little bit more if you can.
Okay.
Perfect, that's it. Now just begin thinking about some magnets on those fingers, magnets that attract one another. So as you just focus on that space and you think about those magnets, they'll get stronger and stronger and stronger, drawing in, pulling in, tugging in, allowing them to come together. That's it. And the more you focus, the stronger those magnets are. Like they're gluing together, they're completely attracted. And allow that sensation to travel down your fingers into your hands, so that maybe all of your hands, all of your palms can feel that same magnetism, that hypnosis. And I wonder what it would be like if you let that hypnosis travel down the arms and up into the shoulders, so that it can travel across the back of the neck and up into the back of the head, across the crown, down the forehead and down into the eyes. Just allowing that sensation to hit the back of the eyes and maybe around the eyes and the tiny little muscles that hold those eyelids open. Just imagine what it would feel like if that same magnetism, that same hypnosis were to make those eyelids want to droop down, drop down, stick down, so they could be comfortably closed as well. And the more you think about those magnets, the easier it will be to allow your body to just become more comfortable, so that your hands can slowly, steadily, gently, easily begin releasing, becoming more and more comfortable, so that that sensation can just whoosh through the rest of your body. That's it. Just traveling down slowly, steadily, gently, easily. Let them release so that your hands too can become comfortable as this hypnosis continues to build over the rest of the body, traveling down over the chest, down over the abdomen, down over the hips. Let it soften, let it soothe as your body adjusts, so that you can be completely comfortable, so that you can drift and float, dream. Let your body enjoy this experience. This is a whole mind, whole body experience. So you give yourself permission right now, Lydia, to just sink down deeper, more and more comfortably. Let this hypnosis continue to build so it can fill the legs, down over the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, and the feet, and each of those toes, just one by one by one. That's it, giving yourself permission to drift down, float down, ease down completely comfortably. That's it. And I'm going to count down from 10 through to 1, Lydia, just so you can allow yourself to drift even deeper with each number. So you can bring your awareness even more inside with each number, 10. So you let yourself be as comfortable as you can, 9. Every breath just serves to take you deeper down, and you can feel whatever you begin to feel. 8. 10 times deeper. Every breath feeling better as you begin to notice a few more things. 7. Because as you let yourself notice a few more things, you'll be able to begin learning more things about yourself. And as you learn more things about yourself, you'll be able to make even more powerful, positive changes that serve you better. 6. Because that's what you're here for, is to make powerful, positive changes that will allow you to feel better, feel more comfortable in your life. 5, as you're halfway. Just drifting down, floating down, easing down in whatever way feels good for you. 4. Deeper and deeper down. 3. All the way down to 1, to the deepest level of hypnosis that's right for you right now. And that's not to say that you cannot go even deeper when the time is right for you. But for now, just notice what you notice. Allow yourself this moment to just be. Allow yourself this moment to just be in this space, a safe place, a perfect place. A place where you're free of demands. Nobody wants anything. Nobody needs anything from you. It's just a time for you. And I wonder if you notice anything about this space, this perfect place, your powerful place, anything that feels good. Just notice, just paying attention. And that can be whatever it might be for you. And I want for you to know that while you notice your amazing, powerful place, that if at any point we should get disconnected, if at any point you do not hear my voice for longer than 5 minutes, you will just easily emerge and awaken from this hypnosis and be able to reconnect with me in the exact same way that we did in the first place, or reconnect via telephone, should that be the case. But for now, just allow that thought to drift and dream. It's only useful should that be relevant for you today. And I wonder if you can begin to wonder what it will feel like to have that feeling, your intention for today, noticing the thoughts that you may have had at the beginning, the things that you might like to feel by the end of our time together. Just suppose you could begin to imagine that you already had that right now. Just let it sit, let that thought sit for a moment. Let it percolate and drip through your body. What does it feel like to already be there? Lydia, when you've got a sensation, when you've got a knowing, when you've got just an idea of what that feels like, what that will be like, just nod your head for me. Take your time. Wonderful, thank you. And what I'd like for you to do is just really tune in to that sensation, tune into that goodness. And squeeze your right hand, squeeze it into a really nice fist. Tune into the sensation, the tightness, the clenching in your hand, and the feeling in your body of being there already. Let it feel good. Have a breath, breathe it in. Inhale like you're blowing up a balloon. And as you release, just release the fingers down, give them a wiggle, and let them be comfortable. Now, I'd like for you to give yourself permission to allow your amazing unconscious mind now to assume even more responsibility, to be able to release some of the stuff that is going to make the difference for you today, so that when we have finished with our time together, you can feel like that. So I'm asking you, this amazing unconscious mind now, if it's acceptable for you that we make some powerful changes, that we release some stuff so that Lydia can feel better. Is that acceptable to you? And you can just nod your head to let me know. Wonderful. Now, I wonder if you can, just for a moment, let me know if this makes sense for you. Now, I know that Lydia has a mobile phone, and I'm guessing that that phone has a voicemail, and that people can leave her messages, and they might be useful messages, and they might not be so useful messages. But when she has listened to those messages and acted upon that stuff, she can delete them and create space for new. That makes sense, doesn't it? Now, I want for you to begin thinking of this body, this vessel, this mind, this whole being is just like that voicemail, in that there are people, places, events, occurrences, all of this stuff, all of the things that we absorb can leave messages upon us, within us, throughout our lives. And some of those messages are really valuable, really vital, really crucial. And some of those messages not so much. Some of those messages are unhelpful. Some of those messages keep us stuck. Some of those messages are untruthful, but we hold on to them. Does that make sense? Excellent. Would it be acceptable for you today that we see, let's just have a look, just check if there are messages that can be deleted, that are no longer needed? Excellent. So what I want for you to do right now, Lydia, is just to bring your attention to the very top of your head. Bring your attention to the very top of your head. Scan down through the body. I want for you to scan down through the body and just check if there are messages. And I don't know how they may appear to you, how you may notice them, whether it's a thought, a feeling, an image, an emotion, a sensation, a color, a shape, a texture. Whatever feels right for you, whatever you notice as you scan down through the body for any of those unhelpful messages that can be deleted so that Lydia can feel better. And just let me know when you reach the bottom of the body, the very tip of the longest toe. Okay, wonderful. And can you let me know, are there messages that can be deleted? Excellent. So what I'd like for you to do now is to just bring your attention right back up to the very top of the head, the very top of the head. And this time, as you work your way down, just begin erasing those messages, deleting those messages in whatever way feels right for you. And if at any point should you become stuck, just let me know. Scanning down through the body, deleting those messages as you go. And I just remind you, you are safe, you're comfortable. Take the time that you need. You are safe. And just nod your head when you're done. You have time. Okay, wonderful. And what I'd like for you to do is to just double check, just do another scan through, just to check all of those ones that can be deleted have been deleted. Scanning through from the top all the way down, all the way down. To just be sure before we move on. And just let me know when you're ready, you're safe. Okay, wonderful. I'd like for you to just give your body the opportunity to have a big, comfortable breath and just let it go in however feels right for you. That's it. Excellent. Give yourself the opportunity to drift and dream and float. Just drift and dream and float. Noticing Then any sounds, just allow you to bring your awareness back to your body. And I'm going to ask your amazing unconscious mind again now. You can allow yourself to take even more responsibility, to assume even more responsibility, and give Lydia the opportunity to have a little bit more space, a little bit more freedom, a little bit more clarity. Because I know that there is stuff that's been holding her back, standing in her way. I wonder if you can just begin tuning in to that stuff. Because you know what I mean when I say stuff. All of the things. Any thoughts, feelings, images, emotions, any stuff. So this is the opportunity. This is your safe space, your powerful place where you get the opportunity to just let go. Just give yourself permission now for those thoughts, feelings, images, emotions, sensations to begin rising to the surface. Now all of those messages are out of the way. Let them rise up. That's it. Let them rise up to the surface. Any thoughts, feelings, images, emotions, sensations, rise up. Rise up. That's it. Rise up. Let them come up. And maybe you might feel like there's pressure rising. Maybe you might feel like something else. Whatever you notice is right for you is perfectly acceptable, but you are safe to allow this to keep rising up. Rising up. Rising up. And suppose that you can open a valve at the top of your head so that it can start releasing. That's it. You're safe. That's it. Thoughts, feelings, images, emotions, sensations, rising up. Rising up. Let it go. That's it, and let it go. All of the tension, the pressure, the strain. It's been building up maybe for days, weeks, months, even years, however long. This is your time now. This is your space now to let all of those things come to the surface. In a safe way, a respectable way. Just noticing if there's any more stuff, any more thoughts rising up, any more images rising up, any more feelings rising up. rising up. Any sensations rising up. That's it. Thoughts, feelings, images, emotions, sensations, all the stuff, all the things rising up. Feel that pressure rising up. Feel that tension rising up. And as you pay attention to that tension, you can allow it to release. That's it. Let it go. You're safe. You, this amazing unconscious mind, you are incredible. But continue letting Lydia release, do whatever she needs to. Let this rise. Let that pressure build so this can be the last time she feels this sensation, this pressure, feels and experiences these balls rising up. You're safe. That's it. And you keep going. If there's more that's right for you to let go of today, then you go for it. Let it rise up. And if you feel like you have done enough for today, then you just nod your head and let me know. This is your space. Wonderful. I want for you to just have a breath, let it go in whatever way feels comfortable. And just take a moment and say thank you to you. And in a moment, I'm going to get you to open your eyes on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open, and allow yourself to just drift all the way back down. Let those eyes go all the way back down. Let yourself float, drift, dream, whatever feels good as you go all the way down to that space, that place, that perfect place. This place where there is some space now. Notice what it looks like. Notice what it feels like as you pay attention to that space. Look around. Be aware of the environment. And with this fresh perspective, just check. Give yourself the opportunity to just check. Is there anything else there? Feels like it doesn't need to be there anymore. When you've decided, just nod your head to let me know one way or the other. Excellent. So is there any stuff that doesn't need to be there anymore? Is there any stuff that you could do with clearing out of this space today? Excellent. So I wonder if you can gather up all of that stuff, all of those things. Gather it up in whatever way feels right for you. Put it all together in whatever way feels right for you. I wonder if it will begin to collate like a ball or something else that you could hold. Move it. This is your stuff. Move it into that left hand. So turn that left palm up. Move it into that left hand like you were holding it. Like it was this most fragile crystal sphere. Gather all of that stuff into that left hand and hold on to this. It's your stuff. Move it all there. When it's all there, and you've gathered all of that stuff, all of those things, it's all in that sphere in your left hand, just nod your head to let me know. Take your time. Okay. Now just bring your attention to that left hand, to that sphere, all of that stuff. And as you pay attention to it, is there anything value in all of that stuff? And you can use that voice to let me know, or you can shake your head in a different way, whichever feels right. Is there anything of value in that stuff? So those valuable pieces, if you need to keep them, just pick them out. Only the useful, valuable pieces. Keep those to one side. Is there anything useful in all of this stuff? So put the useful pieces to one side. Is there anything crucial in that stuff, in that sphere? So pick out those crucial pieces and put them to one side. Put them where they should be, in the right place. And notice how all of this useful, valuable, crucial things can get mixed up amongst stuff that we don't need. Is there anything that you want to keep inside of that stuff in that left hand, in that sphere? Is there anything that you need to keep inside that sphere? And just be sure, is there anything valuable inside of that sphere? Is there anything useful inside of that sphere? Is there anything crucial to you inside of that sphere? So it's all just stuff that isn't helpful, that isn't useful, and isn't valuable. It's just stuff. Is that right? Pay attention to what holding on to all of that stuff feels like. What does it look like when you see it all together? You have an option here. This is where you get to take control of this stuff. You can put it right back. Keep carrying the weight of this burden. Or you can choose to get rid. So if you want to get rid of it, all you have to do is just brush it away. Take that right hand and sweep it away from you. If you want to carry it, and keep carrying it. What's the right thing for you right now? What do you choose to do, Lydia? Have you made your decision? Okay, so if you've made the decision, put that stuff right back or you brush it away right now. What's right for you, do that now. Just let me know when you're done. Okay, good. Let's just have a breath and just let that go in whatever way feels right for you. And again, I'm going to ask you in a moment in the count of 1, 2, 3 to open your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open. And just tune in to how you're feeling or what's going on for you right now. Just pay attention and notice what you notice. And what are you experiencing right now? Can you share?
My hand has gone to sleep. Yeah, it's difficult to put into words. Kind of relaxed but empowered at the same time. Like I've removed a bit of a block in my life. Yeah, my legs feel like I can't really, not like I can't feel them, but like they're not really there.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry. We'll get rid of that in a minute. It's fine. Okay. Just have a big breath for me. Just let it go, whatever feels right. Did you sweep the stuff away or did you put it back? What did you choose?
Yeah, I swept it away.
Excellent. Okay. I want for you to just close your eyes all the way down again, drift down, float down. Excellent. That's it. Go back to that place. And I want for you to tune into that intention, that thought, that feeling, that desire that you had in the beginning. And you might want to squeeze that right hand again, just to tune in and reconnect with all of those things. And I want for you to, when you're ready, let those fingers go. Give yourself permission for all of that sensation to fill up. Just as you let those fingers go, just spread into all of that space that you've created. All of the things that have moved that aren't there anymore. Fill up with that sensation, with whatever that image looks like for you, whatever that sensation feels like for you, whatever that thought sounds like for you. Fill up all of that space. Let it wash over you like a wave. Let it breeze past you like the wind. Let it circulate through you, however feels right. Let it be there. Welcome in the movement of all of this good, powerful energy, this intention that you have set for yourself because it's the right thing for you to experience, to take on board today. Let it fill you up. Let it fill you up and spread through you, around you, up, down, inside, out. Let every single cell of your being begin to absorb this feeling, this thought, the emotion, the sensation, everything that feels good about having been in this space. Take it all on. Breathe it all in. And let yourself be in this moment. Fill up with all of that goodness. Let it be in the best possible way. Welcome it in so that you can continue that empowered feeling throughout the rest of the day, the weeks. Let it support you, guide you. Let your connection with your inner self that you have achieved today take you to your next step. Let yourself feel the pride of what you've achieved. I wonder if there's a word, a specific word that means this for you, that it means that you have been successful in what you wanted to achieve today. I wonder if there is a particular word you can hear in your mind now. Hear it in your mind like you're cheering yourself on. You've become your biggest cheerleader. And I wonder if you can hear that word beginning to just resonate through you, like every single cell of your being is beginning to chant that word, so you can hear it over and over and over again in every part of your body, in every single hair, in every single cell that makes you you, is supporting you, cheering you on, championing you. Because you're so powerful. You are so needed. You are so wanted. When you let yourself communicate with you in the most powerful way, you can achieve anything when you set your mind to it. So in a moment, I'm going to count you up from 1 through to 5, so that you'll emerge from hypnosis today feeling even more empowered than you already do, feeling more comfortable than you have for a while. You'll feel like your usual self, but so much better, lighter, clearer, more clarity. Let it fill yourself so that it can fill your day. Counting 1, 2. Let every breath allow this feeling to become even stronger for you, to serve you even better. 3, as you just feel your body adjusting to normal so that it would move as you would expect it to, but so much better, so much cleaner, so much more ease and flow in all that you do. 4, having a wonderfully cleansing breath so that when we reach that next number, you can stretch, you can eyes open, you can allow yourself to just emerge fully on 5. Roll the shoulders, welcome in some movement, do whatever feels good so that you can feel like everything feels exactly what you would expect, but way better. So just get them fingers going again. Been still for a little while and up in the air for a little while as well. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Good, excellent, well done. You did so well at hypnosis. I hope it was a really good experience for you. I know it wasn't something you've done before. You did amazing.
Thank you. It was interesting because it felt like I was in control, but I wasn't at the same time.
Exactly that. It is. It's your experience. It's you are in control. It's just your unconscious is doing stuff with you and for you. And it's really powerful. Well done.
Yeah, it was interesting because I was thinking of things that I didn't think that I would. I didn't before when when we first started talking, I had something in my mind and then I sort of started thinking about things that I never imagined that I would start thinking about.
Yeah. It's just about trusting you. You
Yeah.
have all of the answers inside of you. It's just about trusting you to let yourself be guided there and do the things so that you can feel all of the things that you want to feel.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's interesting. Yeah, I've just seen the time and I can't believe almost an hour has gone. It's just crazy. It felt like 5 minutes.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. It was very interesting. It's definitely something I would do again. And I feel like it's I don't know if it's something I could do on my own. It's something I could try and do, but I don't know if it's something I could definitely sort of reach the same sort of levels on my own.
It's just some practice, but that's all this. It's a skill, like anything. We learn how to communicate with ourselves, but there's definitely lots of things that you can do to help yourself on that journey.
Yeah, thank you, Kirsty.
You are so welcome. Thank you for coming along today and doing this session with me. It's been really awesome to have you.
Yeah, thank you for your time. It's yeah, you're very good at what you do. I was just because I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But at no point did I feel like, oh, this is too strange or this is weird. It was nice. It was interesting. It was fun. It was enjoyable at the same time. I mean, it was kind of strange in places like where my thoughts took me,
Yeah.
something that I would have necessarily thought about, but it was good to sort of go to that place.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's it. And you could visibly see that you were able to, that things were rising up because your whole body was moving backwards. But it's so good to be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was aware of what I was doing, but I didn't feel like I was doing it consciously.
Yeah. Well, you'll be able to watch back and see yourself. You're going to be a celeb. You see yourself on TV.
Watch it back, that's for sure. Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, thank you so much for joining me today, Lydia. I really appreciate it. And I'm so glad that you had such a nice experience of hypnosis your first time. That's great.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for your time. It's
You
great.
are really welcome. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.
Thanks, Kirsty.
All
You
right.
too.
Bye.